Hey guys, welcome back to episode 22 of 8-Bit Minus 1. This is our monthly podcast, even though we've done two this month. I'm Toy Direction 9,
Yeah. And I'm Emily Skittles.
and is 8-Bit, and this is 8-Bit Minus 1. So before we get to our questions that totally didn't prepare.
We totally didn't have prepared.
If you're subbed, great. Welcome back. If you're not subbed, please sub. Uh, my low subscriber count kind of gets me discouraged from doing stuff. Also leave a like, please. That also gets me discouraged.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And please
yeah.
comment topics so I don't have to scramble to get something to talk about.
Because we're very terrible at preparing things.
Yeah, as always. Um, I grabbed a different background that I'm not quite sure if it moves. I'm not quite sure if it doesn't move. I'm not quite. I don't know.
I know what it is this time,
Yeah,
though.
I sent her a picture earlier. This is different from the one we had a few days ago because I don't think. Honestly, this is meant not for you to look at what's on the screen, but I felt it'd be nice to look at something different. Let's get to the
Yeah.
questions.
All right. Pick a number between 1 and 99.
Oh gosh, let's do 22.
Sentimental person or not?
Uh, gotta think of what sentimental means. Maybe.
um, Here, let me put us on the same page. So I'll just be like, Google, let's define this word, please.
Hey Alexa. Triggers everyone's Alexa that's watching, even if no one watches. I need to get Alexa for my room. It'd be convenient.
Okay. A sentimental person is expressive of or appealing to sentiment, especially the tender emotions and feelings as love, pity, or nostalgia.
Not.
It
Yes, sure.
really depends on the day for me. Sometimes I can
The day
tend
and
to
the
be a
person.
heartless bitch, and then sometimes I could be like, pretty decent, I'd say. I
With my,
hope.
I was very sentimental with my ex, but with my mom or something, I really won't. My mom or definitely my dad, I won't be sentimental.
I tell my dad I love you a lot because my dad's like one of my best friends and he's been there for me.
That's complete
And if
opposite
I
of
went on and on,
for
then
me.
yeah,
My dad's
like
just as
I have
drunk.
like almost I have a terrible relationship with my mom. Woo, parental issues.
We all have them in one way or another.
All right, you want to pick another number? Or you want me to pick one?
You can pick one.
All right. Da, 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 da. If you had 1 month left to live, how would you spend that time? That was question
Oh,
number 77.
that's a good. I don't know because we're both of us are over 18, so we can't do the make a wish thing. Um,
Um,
I don't know.
hmm.
Don't do it.
I like to say just go off a bang
Hmm.
and just bang a whole bunch of people because it doesn't matter if you get an STD.
I mean, I think it would matter if you got an STD. An
You're gonna
STD.
die in a
I'd
month
hate to
anyway,
have
so it doesn't
like.
really matter, doesn't right?
I know, but I don't want to like fucking live the last few days of or the last month of my life with an STD.
Good point. So you don't do it when you first find out. You do it like a few days before you're supposed to. Problem solved. No, actually, in all reality, I don't actually know.
What about you?
I would probably If I had a month left to live, I would. I'd probably at least go to a concert.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, honestly, you could probably get the tickets free. Free, so you might
If
as
I
well.
said I was dying, if I said I was dying, they wouldn't give me the fucking. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm
Well, if you
sorry."
said you're dying and you had proof that you're dying, they'd probably be like, oh, okay. Or they might give you
Well,
a
I have
discount or
this
something.
fucking disease. It's like, hey, can I get it for $1? I'm dying. Most of my money went to fucking medical care. My med cost my life.
I have much lived. I look at my student loans.
Okay, next question.
Just no laughter.
Pick a number between 1 and 99, excluding 22 and 77.
Let's do one.
Alright. Number 1 is favorite book.
Oh shit. I don't really have a favorite book, but
Me neither.
at
I
least
have
I
like
have
a
at least
favorite
a
book
series.
series.
Well, I'll explain it. I had a book series called Guardians of the Gahoo that I got up to book 4, but then it came out the movie, and then I saw the movie, and it completely ruined it for me. Then there was the Republic. Then there was the Republic Commando book series, which I finished the series and it was really good. But if we were talking about books, I don't know the name of the book. Or no, if we're talking about books in general, probably Sergeant Rex. It was about this. It was about the whole premise of the book was a guy, a Marine whose story was he was the one of the first 5 people to be a dog trainer in the military when they brought back dogs to to sniff for like IEDs and stuff. That was a really good book. And there was a book that I started reading and I got I think 1/3 or 2/3 through. That was about a quadruple amputee, and that was really good too.
Well, as for like books, for me, I have a favorite book series, and then I have a book that I most recently read that I really liked. But the book series is the Shadowfall series by C.C. Hunter, and it's got like 5 books. And then the singular book that I most recently read that I really, really liked has to be Looking for Alaska by John Green. Yeah, there was I really liked the main character's growth and everything. I thought that was pretty cool.
Give me a rundown on about what it's at. Give me a rundown about what it's about.
It's about this this guy going to this boarding school, and it's about his life there and how he meets like his roommate and this girl named Alaska, and on how they become friends and everything in their group, and something happens to Alaska, which I'm not going to reveal because that's a total spoiler. And yeah, it leaves the character devastated and stuff. And just watching his growth from there, even though it's such a short book.
Yeah.
When
you said
great.
that, I thought
my favorite.
We read a book in school, and the book was about a guy who left his life, went down to Mexico, came back through United States, and went up to like I think either Canada or Alaska. I can't remember.
Isn't that like boiled onions or something like that?
And he lived off the land in like this bus, but then he ended up eating a plant they thought was normal, but it was poisonous. And it was like a very distinct, like a very unnoticeable difference between the two. And he ended up dying from like basically shitting himself to death.
Ah,
But I
very,
couldn't remember the
very,
name.
very, very harsh death.
And we had to read that in school.
Damn.
United States education
Well,
system.
I had to read The Night, uh, the book Night by that one fucking Jewish guy,
Wow, Emily.
Elie Wiesel. What? It was a book about the Holocaust.
Oh, okay, that makes
So
sense.
that's how I know he was Jewish.
Okay, you're
So,
redeemed a little bit.
okay, Elie Wiesel or something like that. And I remember
Nope.
they even made like a documentary, with him showing them around like the camps and stuff. And he's just like, this is like I can still feel the pain and like I can still. It was
Yeah,
ridiculous,
Emily. Well, there goes our
scarring the shit.
there goes our monetization.
What? That I said Jewish?
No, well, that probably doesn't help too. So every once in a while when it loops or when the background changes behind the wallpaper engine background, it flashes the wallpaper engine background and it just showed a lolly with a gun. So it's saying, oh well, there goes our or there goes our monetization. Even though I don't monetize these videos. Joke.
True. Okay, you want to pick another number besides, 1, 22, and 77?
Uh, let's go 29.
29? Okay. If you could be any book, what book would it be? Oh, if you could be in any book. Sorry. If you could be inside any book, what would it be?
So, what are we classifying as a book?
I would probably say in this sense that they probably mean like a literature book
Because are we classifying
instead
like
of
manga
manga
or
or
light novels
novel.
as a book?
I think a light novel would work, but I don't think like a graphic novel, a comic book, or a manga would.
I was gonna make a joke and say Tokyo Ghoul or not Tokyo,
Jeez.
Attack on Titan. But since that's a manga, we're not classifying that as a book. Just for this purpose, um, I honestly don't know. I would say Sword Art because that's one of my that's a light novel, but in all three story arcs, you basically all the well in the first main part of you die. If you die, you die. Um, then in season 2, if you die, you die. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if you actually die in Elfheim. The story Elfheim arc. But anyways, those aren't really good to live in. Um,
Okay.
what's a light novel, a Japanese animated light novel that you don't die in, or is not shitty?
What do you mean by a Japanese light novel? I'm talking about like, like YA tiny books, not like
Oh,
a graphic novel.
oh yeah, I guess that's a good point. Well, no, um, I don't. Sword Art isn't a graphic novel. I don't think it's an actual novel.
Well, if it's a novel with like,
They just call it light
all the
novels. I don't
pages have
think they
words
have
on them,
actual
then
pictures. Hey, um, but honestly, I don't know because I read a lot of dark novels and books.
if it were me, I would probably place myself inside the Maximum Ride universe, and I would want to be one of the bird kids, part of the flock, because that just although their lives weren't the best, I feel like I still feel like it would be awesome to be, one of those fucking bird kids.
The they do. It looks like they do not classify it as a graphic novel. Romance not. It's classified as a romance novel.
A romance novel.
Yeah, that is. It is a little weird.
What? That is weird.
Oh, the second book they classify as a comic, which I don't understand. No, they still classify it as a romance novel. I'm guessing because it's the Kirito and Asuna are romance together kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
But honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
Because I don't read that many books that that don't end in tragedy. I mean, I guess if I'd have to say, the Republic Commando universe, because that's not that many people die in that book. Like in the entirety of the whole book, like 4 people die in the entirety of the whole series. I mean, that doesn't count the multiple normal clones that die, but 4 main characters basically die, and that you follow die, and that's about it. So, well, 4 main characters, and then one kind of ends up being a potato, but or 4 characters and then a potato. Person who ends up being a potato, kind of. But yeah, that'd be my best bet, because I'd probably not die. Next question.
All right. All right. So pick a number between 2 and 99, excluding 22, 29, and 77.
Oh shit. 3.
All right. Fuck my life. Tumblr, you just had to fuck me over, and I had the question ready. God damn it.
At some point, I want to talk about Christmas.
Oh, yes.
But I think we'll do that towards the. Should we do that now or towards the end?
I mean, we can do that now.
Let's do that now because we're pretty early into the episode, and usually people don't watch the whole thing. So let's just talk about that now. So,
Alright.
do you know any of the Christmas presents you're potentially getting?
That I'm potentially getting? No, but I know the shit I'm giving to my family.
Okay. I know most of my Christmas. And
Well, you might have been one of those. Oh, really?
Huh?
Really?
Yeah,
What is the reason?
Well, I'm 21 years old, and it's kind of I'm a 1-year-old tech gamer, so it's kind of hard to guess.
So you're guessing you're getting some sort of new technology this year?
I'm getting a tablet, an art drawing tablet, so I might actually draw the thumbnails from now on. What do you guys think about that?
Ooh,
I mean,
that sounds like fun.
probably not, because it takes me forever to draw.
You'll just be like, "Hey, I created a new one. This is gonna be, like our background until I draw a new
I
one."
might draw like my character and then your character,
Ooh,
and then just keep them
fun.
keep those samples and then put them on each episode, but then draw subtle differences.
And then, like, fucking change the hair color to whatever color my hair is at the time.
Just have an empty file and just fill in the color.
Yeah, exactly. But you may have to,
So that's coming. Then I have an Apple Watch
mm,
Series 3 I'm getting for Christmas. I'm getting a bunch of bands for it.
hmm,
What else? I'm getting a power supply, but that's not really Christmas. I'm getting a new power supply for my computer,
mm-hmm.
but that's not getting wrapped. It was kind of like they have it like they had it like $60 off, so I bought it anyways. I'm getting 20 pairs of socks,
Fun.
which is not a like I don't know what to give this person. Let's just give them a bunch of socks. No, I asked for 20 pairs of black ankle socks. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pitch all my socks and just have black ankle socks, all like Nike or something. So I can just grab two socks. So stuff like that. What else? I'm getting a new mouse, a new mouse pad because mine's destroyed. Um, I might be getting one of those cell phone VR things. Emily, you know what I'm talking about? You seen them in the stores?
Yeah,
My grandma
like a
asked me
virtual
about it, so I
reality
might be getting
headset.
that. And then is that it? I think that's it that I can remember. But that's like what? Nearly $700 worth of stuff.
Okay. Well, my older sister's birthday's tomorrow, and she turns
Oh, that must suck.
26. And I got her a choice of these two different sets of rings. Like one is just like a simple, got kind of swirls in it. I'll have to send you a picture of it later. Or you know what? I'll
Insert
fucking.
note to superimpose it on the screen later. I don't have that.
Oh my god, yeah. And then I
I
have
wish I had that kind of editing software.
this set of two rings that are like super like sparkly and shit. And
I just thought about this. It'd be so fun
what?
if I got a job over at. I mean, granted, It'd be like completely not worth it because where I'd end up having to live. Because you live in Central, don't you? Central California.
I'm in the nobody cares part of California.
And then if I end up having to move over there, it'd probably be Southern California. I'd have to move to. So say it'd be cool if like I had a dedicated like podcast room where we could just do these, and you can come over to like my house, and we could do that. But
Yeah, that'd
I'd
be
have to live
really
in.
fucking easy.
It'd still be like 3 hours away, or something.
Yeah.
So it'd suck. I mean, there's other ways of doing it, but it'd be fun if we could just do this like dedicated thing. Oh, back to what we were talking about.
Okay, I have the question 3 right now. The top album right now. So like basically what's your favorite album at the moment?
Oh fuck, I don't listen to albums. I guess
All right.
no, I guess technically, Ruby, Ruby Volume One soundtrack. Oh, eh,
Hmm.
actually, all the Ruby soundtracks are my favorite albums.
Anyway,
Oh, anyway, guess what I just found?
what did you just find?
My porn hard drive. I just looked down and I'm like, oh look.
Sweet. Now you have something to possibly jerk off to later.
Now I have something to
Fun.
do. Forget jerk off.
That's funny.
I've been
Um,
so bored. I'm so bored all the time because I don't have a girlfriend to entertain me. Oh, that sounded dirty. Oh,
It probably was meant to be so.
that's the type of podcast this is. It doesn't matter. How
All
many
right,
times have we
my
mentioned? How many
top
times have we
album.
mentioned the strap on? In this podcast?
I don't know. Can like someone, go back and like fucking count how many times we have mentioned
Whoever
my
watches
infamous
this the
strap-on
most,
that
go
doesn't
back and see how
exist?
many times we mentioned the word strap on.
Oh yes. They're probably gonna have to count a lot in this episode though.
Your boyfriend.
Oh, I actually got to play some Overwatch and stream yesterday.
Oh, fuck, I gotta do that. Oh. I gotta play that tonight. Oh, fuck. Overwatch is getting annoying to play nowadays.
How so?
Because I'm an avid gamer, so I'm really good at FPSs, kind of. Well, I'm decent at them.
Okay.
So it feels
Alright.
like I'm getting stuck with all these horrible playing people. And they
Well,
don't know shit, so it's driving me nuts.
Well, I was playing on my friend's account, so while I was playing on his and I was still getting used to the controls, I was playing as Tracer, and I literally ended up fucking jumping over the edge of the playing
You
field,
blinked over the
and
edge.
they just saw me. I literally jumped over the edge by accident,
Did
and
you
I just
jump or
fell to my
blink?
death. And I jumped.
Oh, that's even worse.
I physically, yeah, and they
I've
saw
played
it in the
Tracer, so I
play
play
of,
Tracer
and they
Mercy.
showed it.
Those are my two
They
main
showed it in the
characters.
they showed it in the play of the game though. I swear to God, like Reaper got the play of the game, and during the play of the game that happened
He's
for
in the
him,
right-hand corner. He's just
they saw me jump over the side.
yeah, Tracer and Mercy are my two mains, and I've actually blinked off the edge like twice, playing the game.
I like playing as Diva,
I play
and
Diva
Mercy.
occasionally, but my two main characters are Mercy and Tracer.
I can do pretty decent Diva.
I can also do decent Hanzo.
I haven't gotten to play as Hanzo yet. I've played as Tracer, Widowmaker, Bastion. I've played
The
as.
odd part about Hanzo, Emily, is I
Mhm.
haven't determined if his arrows have bullet drop. They're not arrow drop.
What do you mean?
So like the arc. So like you'll fire it out of a gun. You know how if you fire a bullet out of a gun, if you go far enough, it'll slowly like lose velocity and go down. I don't know if his arrows do that. I know May's snowballs do it, but I don't know if the arrows do it. In the Warframe, there's no arrow drop. It's kind of funny, but I'm not quite sure about that.
All right. But yeah, I really especially enjoyed playing as Diva because I gave so many people the penis.
What?
I give so many people the penis, and I think yesterday during the stream I called Diva's my metal cocksuit. It's true though.
Okay.
It's my metal suit to give people the penis.
Okay, I don't understand that, but okay.
Well, I mean, like,
I haven't played Diva in a while, so that's why I don't understand. There's
well,
so
as her
many images.
Mecha, she's like,
Yeah, there's so many images of Diva using the joysticks as dildos.
I don't look up Overwatch porn,
Oh shit!
or I don't look up Overwatch hentai. So,
This drives me nuts. So on porn.com, they have it. They don't have it labeled as hentai. They have it labeled as anime. Which drives me absolutely batshit mad. I think we lost her.
okay, no, you didn't lose me. What question
Oh.
would you want to move on to? Give me a number.
Let's do 52.
Okay.
I'm literally using numbers that I see on my PC as finding numbers.
Okay, so 52, night or day person?
Ooh. Well, due to my sleep schedule, probably have to be night person. Because I basically sleep half the day.
Mm.
So I'd be great.
I
I'd be a great person for third shift.
Well, me personally, I can be a night or a day person. I'm just not a waking up person.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to off topic a little bit because that's the nature of this podcast. I'm not looking forward to having to undo all of the zip ties in my PC and pull all the
Yeah.
wires out and put them back in.
True.
That's gonna be that's gonna be like an all. So the power supply is coming through UPS, but it's gonna be delivered using, I almost said Royal Mail.
Hmm.
the postal service. So it's gonna get here around 1:30 to 2:30. The rest of the day is probably gonna me rewiring my PC.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm gonna have so
All
much
right.
fun.
Question 98. How do you handle haters?
Well, you
I don't
see,
have
I
any
don't leave the
haters.
house, so I don't run into haters.
Yeah, I don't really have any haters. I'm not popular enough to have any haters. I mean,
And I
unless my
don't really
Kohai hates me.
haters on this
But
channel because my channel's so damn small.
yeah, I'm
You
not
can't get
bigger
haters
by
because you don't
much.
post enough.
Yeah, I don't post enough. They could probably shit on me on how like fucking bad my post schedule is
hang
though,
on. I gotta do something real quick.
cause it would be true.
Goes on Emily's channel and just puts a mean comment.
Yep, basically. You're like, hey, just talk shit about how she doesn't update, and maybe she'll update.
I don't know if you noticed this, but do you know ever notice?
What?
I'll take care of that later. I'm trying to sell stuff, and so you messaged me back. What were we talking
Okay. How do you handle? Wait, no,
about? Oh,
we already answered
so
that question.
have you ever
So,
noticed that whenever on Instagram you just see me like, but for the most part, like your images and not comment?
yeah,
That's
I don't
literally.
expect people to comment.
I think the only picture I've commented of yours was the tattoo picture,
Yeah,
and all I said was, "I can't wait to get mine,"
yeah.
which is not going. It's going okay towards my goal,
Mm. All right.
but
I have.
it's not doing well. I think the worst part is going to be paying for it. Because I don't know if there's anywhere close to me that could pull it off. The only place I know that could potentially pull it off is like in Oregon or something. And yeah, that's kind of a pricey trip. And I'd have to do that. What you saw the tattoo? What you think? 4 or 5 times. I'd have to go from here where I live to there, and then back 4 or 5 times to complete that. 4 or 5 sessions to complete that tattoo.
Yeah, you'd have to do the lining and then the shading, or at least like the dimensions, and then they'd have to do the coloring.
So at least minimum 3, right?
Yeah, and that's depending on how well you handle pain as well. Because if you don't handle pain very well, then you're gonna need a bunch of sessions in order to get that.
Yeah.
Like, so you can space it out to where your pain tolerance can handle that shit.
Because since if I do that, I have to travel that far. We'd probably want to limit it to like get as small as possible.
Yeah.
Because what it'd be like $300 per ticket.
Mm, 500 technically to my specific town from like Detroit.
Well, I'm not going to California. I'm going to Oregon
Mm,
or something. I don't know where the place is, but it cost me a lot in airplane tickets.
well, if it's $500 to California, it should probably be around the same
Yeah,
to Oregon because Oregon's just north of California. But who knows?
it might be.
I'm not a
No, I think
fucking
it's
machine that
Utah.
knows all of the tickets.
I don't know. I'll look it up. I don't even know if the place is still like a thing. Actually, oh well, details. Back to the questions.
All right. Okay. Number 32. If you could be any mythical creature, what would it be?
Oh fuck. Uh, I don't know. Because mythical creatures, like, that's odd. But if you said mythical person, that would be a lot more funner. You know what I mean?
Well, who says that a mythical person can't be a mythical creature? Huh? Like you could be
Well, yeah,
fucking
technically Thor could be
Waldo
considered a mythical
or
creature. Or not Thor, the Hulk. I guess you could classify as a creature.
that's just fucking racist, man. Are you racist against green people? Shit, man.
I don't know. I don't know about creatures.
I would be a fucking dragon
Uh,
or a
insert
mermaid
picture of
because
Kana.
cause, cause like every girl goes through that one phase where they're like, "Oh my God, I'm a
Oh, I'm gonna
fucking
do.
mermaid.
Should I
Let
do
me
that as
swim in the
clickbait?
ocean with a fucking awesome tail." What?
Should I do that with clickbait? Replace your image with Kana.
Do it.
It's gonna give me a little bit more work, but I could totally do it. Oh fuck. Oh no. Oh no.
Mm,
Can I? I don't have Photoshop at the moment. I'll figure something out.
okay, I have another question.
Okay.
This one requires more thinking. Question number 53. What's 5 things on your bucket list?
Um, become uh become a lead programmer in a AAA title company.
Okay, so that's 2.
That's one. A lead programmer in a
Oh,
AAA title
that's 1.
company. That's one.
Okay, sorry. I thought the you were saying like become a lead programmer and then like ascend to like through the company or some shit. But okay, so 1. What's number 2?
Uh, I don't know. Oh, this is hard. Um,
All right.
build a really nice build like a PC that's like a really nice PC that's like I don't know, build a really nice PC that like everyone's amazed by, like a very unique PC.
All right. What's number 3?
Oh, why does it have to be 5 things? Um,
Because that's what the question says. I mean, if you don't have 5 things on your bucket list, then you could just be like, all right, that's all I have. But knowing you, I think you have at least, like 10 things on your bucket list.
Well, I can't think of like anything right now.
All right.
I guess I'd have to
5
say
things
like
on.
become a really good drawer. I guess that would be number 3.
All right.
Let's see, like live in a decently nice house.
That's a good thing to be on
Shut
the
up,
number 4 of the
Defender.
bucket list.
Bullshit. There's any threats? I'm like, sorry about that.
Okay.
What number am I on? 3.
You're on number 5 because you said that you'd like to live in a nice house
Oh, okay.
for number 4.
I guess get married. Or
Okay. Those sound like decent things to have on your bucket list.
kind of have to have a girlfriend, but getting close.
Yeah, but take it in steps.
Details.
First, friends, then girlfriend, and then marriage. And then eating the booty like groceries one time. No, I'm kidding.
Why does it have to be married first to do that? Like, wait a second.
You never know. But,
Oh shit! I just remembered. Me and my mom were gonna clean my room during winter break.
haha. Why can't you clean your own room?
Because it's as clean as I can with the. Okay, that's a lie because there's clothes on the floor. With the limitations of my room, I can't. It's as clean as it can get. I've cleaned. I mean, it's cleaner than it was. It was really bad at one point. I've cleaned
Did
it.
you vacuum? Did you dust?
No, I haven't dusted because, again, it's cleaner than it was before I cleaned it, but it's still pretty bad because, again, limited in the space I have.
Gotcha. All right, so
Back in topic.
back to the question. Okay, I would like to travel at least out of the United States. I want to be in a band. I want to meet. I want to fucking eventually meet Ben Bruce and fucking Andy Bierzak because number 1 they're fucking hot, and number 2 they have inspired me to keep on living my life because I'm an emo fuck and
into
I
the
can't live
dark
my life for
element of the
myself.
podcast, I see.
Yes, and then I would also like to meet Austin Carlisle and ask him if I'm tall enough to ride because solely because he has this one tattoo that has like a line and it says you must be this tall to ride, and I'm just like, okay, I have to ask him
think
if
that's
I'm
a
tall
sexual
enough to
joke. I
ride.
don't think-
Just
Emily.
it is a sexual joke.
Okay, just
It is very much a sexual joke. I'm like, oh, I'll
Just
treat
walks
you.
up to him.
I'll ride you like a roller coaster.
just walks up to him in the middle of public. He's like, "Am I tall enough to ride?"
Yeah, am I tall enough to ride?
Oh, man.
I'd like to be in a band and make an album that changes the world.
I just got a notification from YouTube that says "Retards watch Elephant School Shooter movie."
Me.
What the hell?
Me.
Like,
Me.
what? That's okay, man.
Okay, fuzzy socks or normal socks?
No socks. Fuck socks.
Oh my goodness. Out of the 2 that you hate, which do you hate less?
Well. I guess normal socks.
For me, it depends on how cold it is that day, because if it's like super cold, then I'll probably go with fuzzy socks. If it's not really
I've never
cold
really
or it's like kind
worn
of hot,
fuzzy
I'll either
socks.
go with well, that's because they usually make fuzzy socks for girls because we love them and guys don't understand how amazing they are.
Gee, Ellie, how dare you assume to know? It's
Because I have
2017,
these fuzzy
Emily.
socks. These fuzzy socks, okay, feel like fucking clouds on my feet. And they are beautiful. Any hoozles. What is your favorite flower?
Ah, shit.
That
That hurt.
funny thing. If someone was injured, what would you do first? I just laughed.
Favorite flower. Oh, this is there. I don't know. Honestly, I don't really pay. Why'd I do that? I don't know. I
To make
can't really
people like
think of
you
any
ask questions
flower.
like that and you did so it worked.
Ah,
Okay.
can't
Um,
think of a flower.
I am I am a big fan of blue lilies and then those fucking awesome rainbow roses that they grow in like Florida or some shit. Those are awesome. Um, Favorite beverage. I think this is easier for you to answer.
Hmm. Well, Coke is kind of nice.
Oh, I didn't know you drank liquid cocaine.
You wish. I don't know. Wait, what?
I
You
said,
wish you
"Oh, I
could.
didn't know you drank liquid cocaine." And then you just said that I wish you drank liquid cocaine.
Well,
Well then.
neither of us are 21, so we can't say an alcoholic beverage.
Well, I was gonna say Arizona tea, and out of all the Arizona teas that they make, the black and white tea is my favorite. So I don't even
If we're,
have to say an alcoholic beverage.
I guess if we're going, if we're, I guess we're going that route. Um, I don't know if we are allowed to use teas. And that with
Teas
that
are
in mind,
beverages.
um, I really enjoy Yorktown Gold tea.
Must be somewhere in fucking over the rainbow, 'cause I've never heard of that shit ever.
It is a British tea.
Mm.
Put a little bit of milk in it. I haven't had it in a while. I haven't had tea in like forever. But we're both just messed up. Emily.
Yes. Sorry, I got temporarily distracted. What what number do you have for me?
Oh, let's say 70.
70. If someone close to you were to come out to you, what would you say or do?
Okay, we're gonna have to. Is this like came out? Obviously, it came out of the closet.
Yeah.
Came out of the closet as in they like you, or just came out of the closet
No,
to come
just
out of the
came out of
closet?
the closet. To come out of the closet.
Honestly, it kind of be like something like good for you or something.
Okay. I'd be like, "Whoa, that's cool.
I know it's not
Nice,
like
nice for letting
just
me know."
instant. It's not gonna like it's not like an instant. Oh, like I instantly disown you kind of thing.
Or number 71. Are you a safe person to come out to? I'd say so.
Probably.
Um, do you like heights?
Uh, depends on the height.
Airplane, tall building, helicopter,
I mean, like
skyscraper,
if it's like in
roller
an
coaster.
airplane, that's yeah, I'm pretty fine with that.
Roller coaster?
Roller coaster, yes, pretty much. Um, the only
Bungee
time I'm
jumping?
not okay if it was like in Colorado, there's like I went to Colorado and there was a like a swing thing that would go
Mm.
out to a cliff, like out and over the cliff, and that kind of scared me a little bit. And that must have been
Okay.
like 11 or so thousand feet drop. Um, when I went to the National Jamboree, there was the suspension bridge, and I kind of got anxious going across it, especially when I went up on top of the raft, the steel main steel supports. But if I'm like in like a plane or something, I feel pretty safe. If there's like guardrails or um, I'm pretty safe. But if there's like barely to no safety stuff, like on the freak out kind of scares me a little bit.
Mm.
Um, like the rides that go really high at like Cedar Point kind of scare me a little bit.
Mm.
Just because you kind of do that like when you get up over there, you kind of like sink down. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah,
kind of
I
lift
get
up,
you.
even though I don't really lift up. I'm tall enough to where that really doesn't happen that much. Just my insides kind of, my body doesn't do it, but my insides kind of go up or down, like move. I can feel like my body kind of move inside me. So that kind of scares me a little bit. But other than that, nothing really bad.
Dude, if you're scared of like being lifted up off of your seat, you should have tried Tower
No,
of
it's not
Terror
just
back in
lifting.
the
It's not
day.
lifting up off my seat. It's lifting up off my seat. That's the problem. It's like when you're upside down and it's happening.
Well,
It
of
scares me a
course,
bit.
because gravity's pulling you.
When I'm like on a roller coaster, and I'm like jumping out of my seat. That's perfectly fine. When I'm upside down and basically almost falling out of my seat, it's kind of I kind of shit my pants a little bit. Not like physically, but I feel
um,
like it.
yeah, I get you.
Mentally, I shit my
There
pants.
was, dude, you should have seen me at Great America when I was in like sixth grade. I was barely tall enough for me to fit on the Firefall ride, and I almost fell out of my seat. If I wasn't holding on, there was a chance I could have lifted out of my seat because I was skinny as fuck. But I held on too tight for me to fucking fall out.
There's
I
a
was like,
few rides.
I'm
There's like two or three rides at Cedar Point where I'm literally like I can't move because just I'm 6'2". I can't physically move
mm,
because of I'm 6'2" and my build type. It's like I'm like scrunched in there.
yeah, you know it's really funny. Nolan is like 6'5".
Oh God.
Yeah, like my neighbor is 6'2", and she barely fits in my room. Nolan has to like duck because my ceiling is so short. I can touch my ceiling with my hands standing up, and I'm like 5'3".
Wow.
Yeah,
Thanks for warning.
I have like the smallest room in my house.
I think
But
let's do one more question and then we'll end it because we're gonna
okie
approach that
dokie.
1 hour.
All right. Um. Hmm. What's 5 things you hate talking about?
Uh, I don't really know.
All right.
I'm pretty well versed in like I'll talk about anything kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. I do have a couple things I don't like talking about. I don't like talking about how attractive I am because I think I look like a dumpster fire, and I know so many people would definitely disagree, but I just don't like talking about it. Yeah, I got real self-esteem issues. I don't like talking about the gynecologist because
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't like talking about my relationship with my mother. I don't like talking about my feelings and my emotions. And I don't like, and I don't like talking about Nirvana, the band.
That's interesting.
Which is, yeah, I think it's really funny because you would expect me, of all people, to actually like Nirvana as a band, but I don't like Nirvana's music. I respect Kurt Cobain as a person and everything, but I just don't like his band. I'm not a big fan of the Foo Fighters either.
Yeah, you have really
But,
good points. Since you mentioned kind of got to that point and then gynecology, yeah, that's a good point, and that's kind of that's probably like the one thing I don't like talking about is like genitals kind of thing.
Yeah, I get you.
Like, I would not nonchalant talk about my penis.
Who doesn't talk about penis, though? Like, who doesn't?
Good point.
Besides people that don't know about penis.
Well, I'll talk about penis, but I won't talk about mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there are a lot of people that are like that.
Well,
But, yeah, is that all the questions we wanted to cover, or?
I mean, yeah, we're pretty much getting to that 1 hour mark.
All right.
Well, that's been episode 22 of 8-Bit Minus 1.
Yes, everybody have a
Ryan.
Merry fucking Christmas. Merry fucking Christmas and a Happy New Year, because we won't see y'all till, after New Year's.
Yeah. So have a Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year, and, get super crunk, fucking spend the fucking time with your families, enjoy the holidays, man.
And let's
Good
just say
vibes.
goodbye.
Bye!